What's up, y'all? I wanted to do this for my soldiers out there. I want to do a quick review on the AGSU. It's the Army Green Service uniform. For those of you guys that are not tracking yet, I know it's a lot of money to invest in initially. If you're lower enlisted, wait for that to be issued to you. Having gone through 4 different variations of dress uniforms over the past 20 years. And I wore the pickles, I wore the old dress blues, the ASU, and now the AGSU. The AGSU, for one, by far is the absolute sexiest of all of them. There's something about that tradition, that World War II uniform, that really just stands out, and hats off to the Army to dig into the past to finally bring a uniform. And it's not that the ASU is not rooted in the past, because there's a story behind that, and I won't get into that. It's based off of the cavalry uniforms from, the Civil War era. But these uniforms, the pinks and greens, AGSU, is the look of it is crisp, is phenomenal. Bringing back the patches and the former wartime service patch on the uniform, something that soldiers wanted for a long time. The comfort of it, I will tell you, the material choice that they chose for it, far different than the dress blue or the ASU uniform. It just feels softer. I was wearing the uniform for hours, and normally I'm in my ASUs. The first thing I want to do is just rip that coat off. It's stiff. You feel like a block inside of it. It's a very uncomfortable uniform to wear, which is why I hated putting the thing on anytime I put it in, even though it doesn't matter how many compliments you get or whatever, it sucks to wear it. The AGSU, didn't want to take the top off. It's especially if you get it form fitted, and I highly recommend that if you get the uniform issued to you, especially with that belt around there, it really kind of accentuates the contours of the body, and even if you're a little out of shape, it really makes you look fit, which is what the design of the uniform is supposed to do. So let's go down to the shoes. The shoes are the same, kind of like your average base low quarters. They suck. I don't think we're going to get away from that. Maybe we should have put an option to where we could be able to shine it. I did put a little bit of shine on mine with an, all shoe kind of just brush that kind of shined it out a little bit. But man, overall, like I said, the only bad note on it is the socks are so ugly. They're like this shit brown. Thankfully, you don't really get to see them too much, especially if you tailor the pants properly. But yeah, all in all, 10 out of 10 for comfort. 10 out of 10 on the looks. I mean, these things could compete with some of the best uniforms worldwide. Still don't think that we're at there with the USMC dress blues, because that's an iconic uniform. I'll give it to the Marines. That's the only thing that the crayon eaters will get from me, is that your uniform is pretty damn spiffy. We did have a couple of Marines out there yesterday, and it's a trip that you can see an E4, E3 on there, and they just look absolutely sharp. So I'll still give it to the Marine Corps uniform. But that Army Green Service uniform, it is, and I'm about to get out, so I'm glad I was able to at least acquire these uniforms before I got out. And since I got it, I can still wear it into retirement for those special occasions. I give it up to the Army for this one. The uniform is great. That's all I got for this video. If you like it, go ahead and click the heart. If you're watching on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click the like button. Subscribe, follow. I'll see you guys later.